Good morning. Good morning. Sometimes I forget to cut it up so that you can hear me. But today is the 25th of May. This is my, I think, second video. Um, the time is 7:36, and I don't know why he's back there growling. What you growling for, Papa? What's wrong with you? They be attacking him too. But anyway, I hope you can see all the energy back here on that back there on the bathroom wall and in the closet, all through this whole room. Huh, Papa? I do hear something. Let me see that, my daughter. Okay. He's hearing something, because I hear something too. I'm always hearing something. And I don't know if it be up in the ceiling or down under the house, but I can hear something that sounds like now kind of like a timer or something. And I hear it kind of often. And I don't know where it's coming from. But it did sound like someone was walking around. But there ain't nobody out there walk up. So I don't know if my daughter, she not there walking around now. But there are times when I do hear something and it sounds like somebody be walking around. But there's one time, I can't remember how long we had been living here, but I had not this chair, that chair over there before it broke. I didn't set it up right, in some kind of way it broke. But anyway, I had it facing toward the bathroom, and I saw a shadow come from my sister room, go across the bathroom door, and go into my daughter room. And it was a shadow of a man. So I don't know if somebody know how to astral travel around out here, because there is no telling what these people know how to do. And like I said before, I saw something sitting at that door right there on the floor, looking just like the dog. And I woke up and my eyes went down on the floor. And I was saying, why he get out his bed just to sleep, get on the floor? So I looked over at his bed and he was in his bed. So I looked back at over at the door and the thing, whatever it was still laying there. And I started saying, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. And it started disappearing. And it finally went away. But like I said, there's no telling what all the government have coming after us. Because I do believe I've been attacked with root work. I know I've been attacked with root workers. Um, I do believe I've been attacked with someone doing voodoo on me, because I was felt like someone was stabbing me in my head. That's when my teeth began to crack. And that happened maybe two or three different times, that I got those sharp pain. Felt like someone was stabbing me in my head. And my, I mean, my teeth just cracking without me eating. They were just cracking in my mouth all the way up to the root. That's how I ended up going to the dentist. No, I'm lying. That was after I went to the dentist the first time. After I went to the dentist and that woman took my picture, that began to happen. And I think that happened because I was supposed to go back to the dentist. I had an appointment and my daughter had an appointment. They lied and said that my sister didn't have any cavities, but she had rotten teeth in her mouth. And I hadn't seen inside her mouth until after I took her to the dentist, and she was hollering or something, and I saw inside her mouth, and her teeth was rotten. She had rotten teeth, and they still rotten. And it's been some years ago when we lived at the other house, and he said she didn't have no cavity. He just didn't want to fool deal with her. But I was supposed to go back, and my daughter, both of us was supposed to go back, and her car wouldn't crank. So I told her to call and cancel our appointment and reschedule us. So she called and canceled her and rescheduled her appointment, not mine, and didn't tell me. So they wrote me a letter, told me I can't come back to the dentist, and whoever was connected with me couldn't come back no more after missing just one appointment. So I wrote them back because it kind of pissed me off. How you going to write me and tell me I can't come back just missing one appointment? And I told them I didn't want to come back, y'all, because they had cut me in the top of my mouth. I bled. I went there that morning. I bled all the rest of the day until after midnight. I was scared to go to sleep because I was bleeding so. And so I had to look it up and see how to stop the gum from bleeding. But it wasn't my gum. It was in the top of my mouth. And it said tea bag. So that's what I did. Cause I keep tea. And so I put a tea bag up on that spot where it was cut. And she cut me on purpose because they want our blood. They're giving out our blood. So anyway, uh, I went to bed. When I woke up, I won't bleeding no more. And so when I had went back, because I needed a tooth pull, because the filling had fell out my teeth. And it took him 4 hours. I mean, 4 whole hours to pull one tooth. And you talking about in pain. Lord have mercy. I was in so much pain. When the feeling come back in my mouth, I was in so much pain. So I wrote them a letter and I told them that she cut me in the roof of my mouth where I didn't have no teeth. And it took him 4 hours to pull one tooth, but I was gonna go back and get that other tooth pulled because they said I had this tooth right here needed to be pulled. And so after I wrote that letter, I started getting them stabs in my head. And this was a black woman that worked in that office. And she asked, could she take my picture? And she had me to stand beside this picture that had blue. It was illuminated. It was an illuminated picture of blue, the same color blue that I see them flying saucers shining. Because I've seen flying saucers and they can shine a blue in your house, and they shine the blue in my sister's room, and I saw it 3 different times that I see her whole entire room blue, a very pretty blue, illuminated blue. And I seen the houses that was behind us, their whole area was blue, and there was a flying saucer on top of one of the houses. So anyway, good. Go ahead, Pachi. But The reason why I'm making this video is because it's like 7:40 in the morning, and they still attacking me. They're attacking my heart. These people is trying to cause me to help. I don't know if it's a heart attack or just trying to kill me while I'm asleep. They attack me all night, and when I say all night long, I mean all night long. I've been moving my chair and moving my chair and move. That's why I don't sleep in the bed because I need to move. Because if I lay in that sleep in that bed, they're gonna attack my bed all night long, and then I just be laying in one spot. I'm trying to cut this phone off. You know, and this battery will run down when it's off, and I think, and it my other phone, this one is cut off, but the battery run down on it. My other phone runs hot. It gets really hot in my hand, and I do believe that they are in my phone and in my system. You know, and it's a shame that we have to go through this because of our government. You know, and the people say that this country was built on Christianity. And I wonder what Christianity do they know when they killing and lying and everything, every single thing about the building up of this country has been a lie. It started out a lie and it's still a lie. Because first of all, this government was built on people that won't even of this country. They come from Europe, building up a government and killing the people that was already here. The indigenous people, and then they bring in other people to call them natives. And to this day, they're still not recognizing the indigenous people that was already here. They just wipe everything about the indigenous people. They want to lie and cover up every single thing. I mean, and when I say everything, I mean every single thing. And then you had a president that'll lie, that will say that the black South Africans was killing the white South Africans, and they showed this land that had a lot of crosses that only represent two people, only two, but they never said that somebody black killed those two people. But they don't never say anything about all the black Africans that's killed, that's murdered, that they put, probably American put Ebola in Africa. You know, they don't say nothing about how they put America put AIDS in Africa. That's how AIDS got in Africa. Through military, through a vaccine. Because they want to get rid of black people. How evil. I mean, really, how evil can you be? How evil? And then you just try to act like they just so nasty. They just this, they eat monkey, they do this and that. And you know, you're a liar. And there ain't no truth in the leaders of America. There ain't no truth in you. You just lie. You start war over a lie. You go killing presidents of other countries over a lie. In America, I'm born in America. I am an American, but I care nothing for this country. I really don't, because it haven't been good to me, and it still ain't good to me. Where I can't even sleep at night, and somebody's shooting me. And I got stacks of aluminum foil over there to show that somebody is up under this house shooting me. Someone is got some hot air, some kind of hot something, sending it that goes in my private area that I don't want nothing going there because I'm celibate. I choose to be celibate, but they got something hot going in my private area, blowing me up like I'm a dang on balloon. My guts just blow it up. Hey, Poppy. You know, these people are sick. This country's been run by sick devils. And I really don't care nothing for nothing about this country no more than I was born here. My mama was born here, my daddy born here, my grandmama. Because our ancestors were brought here from Africa. Cause we're into Africa, running from the Romans. They still not telling the truth about that. They won't tell the truth because their daddy is Satan, the father of lies. You probably would never know the truth, not by our leaders. Putin did pull out some pictures. Did pull out some pictures showing that the the prophets and the people of the Bible was black. But look how long it took anybody to address that. And I think it's so that the nations will come after us to kill us instead of the white folks that's saying they the Jews when we are the true Jews. We just didn't know it because they beat it out of our ancestors. So now God is opening up our eyes, allowing us to know who we are because He wants us to come back to Him. He wants us to live according to His will and according to His way. We're not just Israel, but we are the Jews. And we have to live it. You can't just say you're a Jew. You have to live it. But them people over there, they're not living it. They're not living it. And they're not good people. Because I seen a video where black people that was in Israel was ran out of Israel. And they put them in this desert. There's a prison that these people are in. That they can't even live in Israel with them. They have to have their own separate area. Actually seen two videos. I seen one video where they have their own community. They have to build their own school, they own everything, the black people. And they living well. They vegetarians. They make their own clothes, but they not living in that with the white folks. And then I seen one where there's like a big prison or something out in the desert. That they ran these people out of Israel. Now, you can make a video look all kind of ways. So I can't really 100% say, but it looked real. It didn't look like AI. And I can say this much. These people are evil. They're not good people. And this country wasn't raised on good people. I think the best president that we had was President Kennedy. And I remember him from a little girl. I do believe he was the only good president that was a president for the people. He was a president for the people because they wanted to attack the American people these generals. They were 5 generals who wanted to attack the American people and put it on Colombia. President Kennedy stopped it. So anyway, I am sitting on this aluminum that I will do later, show later on, cause I got to charge my camera to show the how many holes that's in here now. But the last video I did, which I'm gonna post it, I they woke me up 3 something this morning. Will you quit, fella? Will you quit? Which you wanna go outside? Hot. Get down before you scratch my leg. Get down. I'm gonna let you go outside. Get down. Ah, get down, boy. Get down. What are you doing? I'm a, let me let him go outside because he's getting them. Okay. I should have plugged the phone while I was up. When I plug the phone gonna be cut on. So I can show how the holes that's in this aluminum that's inside my body. And see, I'm raising the aluminum up. This is the bottom part of it, and there's more holes than is showing that the light is going through, because some of them real tiny. But it's from the top of from the top of the aluminum to the bottom of it, there are holes. Which the holes are in me, and all those sheets of aluminum over there that got holes in them are in me, because someone is shooting me, and they're shooting in my heart. I wake up every morning with them attacking my heart. Now you tell me who could be so evil that they are loose walking around here, and I can't even go outside. You see how pale I am? Cause I don't get no sun. Because these people got direct energy weapons pointed right at the door. I don't know if they're shooting my daughter because she's not activated. If they are, she can't feel it. She can't feel nothing that I'm feeling. She can't feel nothing that my sister is feeling. You have to be activated in order to feel this stuff. And as soon as I open the door, this stuff goes off. I could actually hear the taps. I can't see it, but I can hear it. And you can't see none of this stuff in the daytime. But at nighttime, you can see all type of stuff going on out there. I mean, it was, I don't know what that was. Something was flying around last night. It was kind of big. It was two of them. I don't know what that was. Like I said, I feel like we are in two dimensions at one time. But there's some crazy stuff going on, and it's not natural. But they having a good time torturing me, so they don't stop. Like I said, it is eight. It's now 8:06, and they still doing stuff. I have to sit with my foot propped up, but my feet still burning because it's from the floor all the way up to the ceiling that we are under attack. Every day I wake up, my body is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. My butt is just sitting up, you know. And I don't, I can't, I just can't fathom myself to understand who could be so desperate. And you got a house, you got cars. All these people got a house. I don't know if they all own their house, but the three people that's right that desperate right in front of me, these people own this is their homes. And they've been attacking since we've been here for 4 years. The boy on the other side now, he probably is renting because he when we moved there was a black lady staying there. As soon as we moved here, she moved out. Because evidently she didn't want no parts of being a gang stalker. And it was two young people that moved in, a guy and a girl moved over there. They had dogs. And they like to put people around us that got dogs for some reason. And they moved out, and then another group come over. It was a girl started going over there, her and a guy. And she the one that let the dogs out the fence, feeding them. Because they didn't even bark. I didn't hear them bark until they had them been over there. Because I saw them on the video where they were looking down, but she was feeding them. That's how she got them out the fence. That's how monstrous. And she's a black woman. But either they are monsters. That you will go and let out the dogs. That don't bother you. I don't bother you. I don't know none of these people and don't want to know them. Anybody who will be a gang stalker, I just don't want to know who you are. Because I feel you are a monster. And so when they stopped eating, I guess when she stopped throwing food down, they took off down the road. They went all the way to the end of this road. And the white dude over there was coming from over there. She told him to call him back. And some kind of way I heard her tell him to call. I don't know how I heard it, but I did. I heard her tell him to call him back. So he called him back. They wouldn't go to him. They ran over in the yard, this yard over here, and came over here and ran up on the porch. That's when they started barking. They were barking at the white dude because he the one that called them back. And they did come back, but they wouldn't go to him. They ran over in that yard and ran up on the porch, started barking. So I said, dog, they sound like they on the front porch. And so I opened the door and they just ran in here. And so I went out on the porch because I'm trying to figure out what in the heck going on. And she talking about they went up under the fence. I said, you telling a lie. Because I was mad. Because I know them dogs don't go up under no fence. Because there was people living over there that had dogs. These dogs never try to go up under the fence. They would just be running back and forth. They would just had the dust just dusting up. Where they be playing. running back and forth. The dog that was over there would run back and forth, and our dog would run. But this is what they did: run back and forth, cause that's how they train them to run back and forth, and that's what they did. Never try to go up under the fence. These dogs ain't never try to go up under the fence. She let them out. Then that man that's behind us with the blue and white truck that over at that two-story building, he took the chain parts. He took the fence loose. So I don't know if they were trying to steal the dogs or what. Because people do steal dogs. The man with them two big dogs, that with them king something, whatever the king something, whatever the name of those big old dogs that look like their little horses. He took the chain thing because I saw him put putting the fence, because the fence had failed. It still fell. It's still down. Let me go check on this dog. Okay, I had to go get him because it's kind of rainy outside. It is raining outside, not real hard, but it's raining. I hope y'all can see all this energy in this room. You know, you know, they got it where I can't. When they, I'm surrounded by these people. They got something outside. Let me see if I can. No, it's not on this phone. They got stuff out in the yard, right at the fence. They don't never rake that part. They'll rake their whole yard, but they'll pile leaves up right at the edge of the fence because they got stuff out there. They want to cover up. Then again, I do believe they be laying out there like they in the military. But someone probably is in the military. But like they really is attacking the enemy. I mean, I'm 67 years old. I don't even know how to shoot a gun. He never shot a gun before a day in my life. I need to learn. I tell you that much. I do need to learn. Right there. It could rain, a tornado, hurricane, whatever can come here. That bag ain't going nowhere. They used to have a clear bag out there. We had all type of storms. That bag will not move. This bag here ain't going nowhere either, cause there's something down there they got it pressed, got this bag over something, because ever since we been here they've had a plastic bag over it. Whatever it is, some type of evidently is shooting at us or doing something to us when we go outside. That sun is doing something also. That is not the real sun. That sun is releasing something that when I go outside and I walk on the ground, when I come back in, my feet is burning. It something, some type of heat. It clings to my shoes and it clings to my feet. I have to take my shoes off. This is not nothing from human. This is coming from another dimension. This is I don't know if it's false angel doctrines or false beings from other dimensions, from the spirit realm, from another planet or whatever. I don't know. All I know is what I'm experiencing. It's the only thing I could tell you. And it ain't good. Everything they doing is a weapon. They closes down stuff just so that they can do stuff. They're not closing down. That C-19 won't here for no reason. First of all, they want depopulation. Second of all, they want their agenda done. They want to put down their weapons. That 5G, 5G, uh, 7G. These are all the weapons. We don't need that kind of dang on. Who need that type of Wi-Fi in just a residential area? And they put them by the schools because they want the children. These jokers rape and eat and do all kind of stuff to kids. There's nothing that they can say that I believe anymore. I mean, I don't believe nothing. If somebody died, I don't believe they just died. I believe they were murdered and they was a sacrifice. These people are just killing, 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 sacrificing to Satan. They so hungry for power. I'm so happy that I'm not hungry for power. I'm not hungry for nothing but to be of God, the child of God. That's the only thing that I'm hungry for. And I got to get better because I know how I used to study the word and how I used to read my word and pray and worship. I was really into it until the devil got into the people at the church. And these people started coming after me, doing stuff to me because you got these people that I have no idea who they are. Worrying about me and tithing. I'm paying my tithe. I'm not paying tithe and offering because I don't have it like that. When I give you my tithe, I'm about broke. Because I have to pay my bills. I got to have some place to live. But I don't, but I know for a fact that the church wasn't commanded to pay tithe, but I did it because I was going to church and they were asking for it. But tithing don't have anything to do with money. Nothing whatsoever to do with money. They didn't even teach tithing in the New Testament. And when they say woe to you about in the gospel, that's not the New Testament. That's the gospel. The New Testament is in Acts after the the crucifixion of Christ. That's when the New Testament began after his death. And he was resurrected. So they just lie after lie after lie. You got all these white preachers, and I'm just gonna say white preachers and black, 'cause the black preachers is just going by what the white preachers said, and some of them still teaching that way. They still teaching that those people in Israel are the biblical Jews, are the biblical Israel, and it's a lie from hell, straight out of hell. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I wish I could say I'm gonna try to relax, but I know I can't because they're not gonna stop. They keep this heat up under my butt all the time. If I go in the living room, it goes there too. I have to keep something on to keep, and it don't always work. Especially when I go to wake up and under attack, I'm hearing that sound. I wake up hearing sounds. And I hope you can see all this energy in here. All the way up to the ceiling. My poor sister, she's worse off than I am, though, because she can't do nothing. They have her just staring up at the ceiling. Every time I go in there, she's staring up at the ceiling and her eyes is following. There's something that she can see that I can't see, but she can see it. And I don't know if they are projecting it in her mind that she's seeing it. But at nighttime, things look like they're coming out of her room. And I do have that on video. I need, and I need to video it again. Why? Before it leaves. Just let the whole thing just be from that night going on into midnight into that morning, and they just let just that just let it play. Cause my channel 1 and channel 2, it really shows what be going, and when it rain, it's not just rain, there's something in that rain. Something is in the rain. And I be trying to tell people, and everybody just want to think I'm crazy, but I got more sense than they do, cause I'm woke, what they call woke, cause so many people woke to the demonic realm, and they thinking they did a god. You is not no god. You should have God in you. Either you got the Almighty God, or you got the God of evil, wickedness, Lucifer, Satan. He ain't Lucifer no more. He's Satan. But you yourself is not a God. You should have God in you and allowing God to use you as a vessel. So use a vessel for something. But some of these people have been brainwashed by some of these jokers that just good with words. I reckon they fool their own self. But it's just so sad. I just see so many people just they just lost. And it's really bothering. It bothers me. It really do bothers me. And I know there are other realms. They because there's a spiritual realm and the other realms, you know, the other things out there, but we're not supposed to join it. We're not supposed to put it before the Almighty, because He's the creator. And that's what He don't like. That's why I say He's a jealous God, because He is the creator. And He don't want you getting involved in just anything for protection, because we can go places believing in something and believing in this and believing in that, and you just be lost. And they think you just crazy. You really be crazy. Because there's so much out there that we just don't know. And like the central masters, you got people that believe in the central masters, which they are real, but I don't want to believe in them. I don't want to be so spiritual where I can go where they at, wherever they are. But that's what these psychics, they believe in, going to the central masters and stuff. I only want to go to the Lord, to God, the Almighty Creator. I only want to be in His presence, unless He send me a messenger that's an angel. Because the world is, I'm gonna say complex. There's so much out there There's so much out there, I do believe. And there's so much that's in the earth. They think it's in the earth. But people did have dig down into the earth for centuries and centuries and centuries. And I do believe there are cities in the earth. I do believe that they have created things down in the earth. And I do believe that there are entities down there that don't eat you because they have caves. People have found caves under their house, in their yards, and these caves lead to places. You got all sorts. They just so much stuff. But anyway, I'm not gonna get in all of that because I don't know all of that. I ain't been nowhere. I ain't been never been inside of a cave. I have never opened up a wall and find something behind the wall that'll lead you here and lead you there. I just haven't experienced that some people do, or some people have. No, I haven't. So I just want to just want to just live and be at peace. That's what I want. I want to be at peace. But anyway, I'm gonna shut down this video and just pray that God allow me to just have some peace today.